I've waited 34 years to say this. I'd like to thank the Academy.
Diane Warren is one of modern music's most celebrated songwriters. She has pinned 9 number 1 and 32 top 10 hits on the Billboard Top 100. She's tied for having written the most number 1 songs as a sole writer in Billboard history and was inducted into the Songwriters Hall of Fame in 2001. She is an honorary Oscar recipient and has received 14 Academy Award nominations and is a Grammy winner with 15 nominations, Emmy winner, and 2-time Golden Globe Award winner, whose songs have been featured in more than 100 motion pictures. Joining us now is Diane Warren, who I was just describing to you all of her wonderful things that she has accomplished. So excited to have her from my studio, I guess, to her studio. Diane, is that where you are today? Where are you today?
I'm in the live room in my studio right now. You see a piano. There's usually drums here, but today there's no drums.
One of the things that I've read about you is the fact that you write love songs, but you yourself really haven't been so much in love. Is that correct?
I mean, not the kind of songs that I write about. You know, I don't want to hear anybody breathe or have someone hear me breathe. And I don't want to miss a thing, you know. I could live without somebody, so, you know, I write How Do I Live Without You, you know. It's, but, you know, I'm probably loved in my own way, and I know what heartbreak is, because heartbreak could be everything.
It certainly can. And one of the things that I'm so happy about your journey is the fact that you've been nominated so many times and people play your songs, and it's like the songbook of our life, right? And recently, you were just at a huge award ceremony. What was that experience like for you after being, you know, you were nominated once again?
Well, first of all, I've been nominated 14 times for Academy Awards. And I haven't won the competitive Oscar yet, but I did get the honorary Oscar in November, which Cher gave to me. And that's the big Oscar. That's the one, you know, in 95 years of the Academy Awards, they've never given that award to a songwriter before. And then I became the first, I'm the only living person to be nominated the same year, because I was just nominated for my 14th Oscar with a song I wrote for Sophia Carson called Applause. And, you know, for the first time, I performed on the Oscars, or I played piano. I mean, Sophia Carson performed, and she's just, I can't say enough nice things about her. She's just an amazing singer, an amazing person. And, you know, even at the top of her performance, she introduced me, and I can't believe she did that, because she didn't need to do that. But it was an amazing time. I was very nervous. She wasn't nervous, you know, to perform, but, you know, you look out in that audience and it's literally, you know, everybody in the world that's really famous is basically sitting out there.
When you write, are you writing for a particular performer? Like, you've worked with so many
No.
icons. You know, are you writing the song and then the song finds the voice?
It's more that I try my best just to write a great song. I don't write a song for somebody.
Okay.
And I don't write for one voice, because, you know, who knows who's going to end up singing that song. There's been times I have, you know, but I prefer just to, you know, make a song that's as great as it can possibly be, and then it'll find the right artist.
When you're writing, Diane, do you sing to yourself, even if it might be off key? Like, are you pitch perfect?
It is always.
Can you sing?
I don't sing very good, but
Okay.
I'm the one singing my songs when I'm writing them. Someone's got to do it, and it's, you know, it's me, because I'm writing the song. So that's the great thing about when I get somebody really great to sing the song. It's like I've been just listening to myself do it, and, you know, then I get to hear somebody great sing it, and it comes alive, and it's just, and I'm so lucky because I get to you know, work with the greatest singers, you know, ever, of all time, and new artists that are great too. So, you know, it's awesome. I'm working with lots of great people. So,
And it's not just soloists. You've worked with a lot of major, like, rock and roll stars. I mean, like, Diane, do you even know how many babies you've given birth to? Like, how many songs you've written? Did you ever keep track of all of them?
I mean, at this point it's thousands, because I've been doing this forever. But yeah, I mean, I'm basically in every genre of music there is, whether it's country, whether it's dance, whether it's Latin music. I just worked with Chiwa Savage, who's the, biggest female Afrobeat artist. She's amazing. I just did a great song on her, and so I'm kind of all over the place, and I love it that way. So, whether it's like rock or dance, whatever, just it's all about the song. And if the song is great, you could do whatever you want to that song.
Do you often sit in the session? Like, so when the recording artist is going in and they're laying down the tracks and the drummer's laying down the tracks and the pianist, are you there? Are you present to make sure that that it sounds the way that you want it to sound? How much control do you have over that creative process?
I don't have control once it's someone's record. It's their record. It's my song, but it's their record. If someone's recording in my studio and they're doing the vocal here, I'll kind of come in and out because I don't want to, intimidate someone, when they're singing. But at the end of the day, I have to realize that, it's their record, so I just want, I want my melodies to be the way I wrote them and the lyrics to be the way I wrote them. And if there's a slight change, that's no big deal.
No
as long
big
as it's slight.
And accents, right?
Depending on what the change
phrase.
is, depending.
What?
Well,
I'm sorry.
it's like an actor, right? It's like, once you're reading a script, there might be another way to kind of massage the line.
At what point did you realize that this was going to be your journey? At what point did you somewhat have a little bit of satisfaction to say, you know what, I grew up and this is my life. This is going to happen for me?
Well, I always thought that. Even when I was like 9 years old, I knew I was going to do this. But I just worked hard at it. To me, it's all about putting in the work and the time. I had the talent and I had the passion, and then it's about, honing your craft. And, I just have always been someone that's done that. And I still am, because I'm always learning. I'm writing my best songs right now because I'm constantly bringing in new influences and learning more about what I do. But I always knew I was going to do this.
And something fresh is the Belinda Carlisle project that you've been working on. Can you share a little bit about that with me, that experience?
I'm so excited about this. So, I wrote I Get Weak for Belinda back in the day. And to this day, it's one of my all-time favorite songs and records ever. And what happened was I ran into Belinda's son at the Coffee Bean. I can't remember. I think time is so weird because of COVID. I'm not sure if I think it was last year, but it could have been the year before. But I ran into him, and I had just written my song Big Big Love. And a lot of times I just write songs and I go, I have no idea who this is for, but I just love the song and I'm just going to write it. And I had just written, Big Big Love maybe a couple of weeks before. And then he introduced himself to me, her son Duke. And I go, wait, get your mom on the phone right now. Like, let's FaceTime her. And she got on the phone. I go, what are you doing right now? And I think she was in Mexico City, kind of getting ready to slow down and chill out. And I go, no, you're going to come in the studio. Let me know when you're coming to LA. You need to hear this song. We need to work together. I just had a vision. She's, once a star, always a threat. There's a saying that says that. And Belinda, is a total star. She always was. And she will always be. And she came to the studio and I played her the song and she just loved it. And I go, let's do this and let's do a project. We've done an EP and every song is a hit. And she sounds better than ever. And in the UK where the song's really breaking, we just got on the A-list on BBC Radio. And it's really exciting to see this happening. It's a hit record.
Oh, I did. I was able to listen to it, and we're going to take a listen in a minute. What's so great too is that there's something about an elegance. I guess each singer kind of brings your words to life in a different way, and there's an elegance about her that as I was watching, I was like, I don't know. It's like the music kind of stirs. Do you experience your music that way as well?
I know what you mean with her, though. There's something ethereal about it, about Belinda, right? So it's like, she brings this. I don't know how to describe what she brings to something, but it's magical.
looking for a big, big love. It takes up all the space in my heart. I'm looking for a big, big love. The kind that can tear me apart. And I'm gonna find it.
And you hear that song, and you know, it just makes you feel good, and you hear her voice, and it makes you feel like home, you know, because we grew up with the Go-Go's, and everybody, like even kids, young kids, I'll mention Belinda or the Go-Go's, or oh my God, you know, people still, they're an eternally cool band, and Belinda Carlisle is an eternally cool artist. So when you give her the right songs, you know, it's going to happen again. And it's so cool because there's a little nostalgia in the song. There's a little 80s thing in it going, but sonically it's really modern as well.
Uh-huh.
And I'm really excited about it.
I did notice that. It was like that, my 40th high school reunion is coming up, Diane. And in my head, I was like, oh, it does it. It resonates with a person, you know, and a lot of your songs do. And you have like just such a breadth of knowledge of the English language and the way that you phrase things and the way that you put a stance together. People, I don't know, we move to that. Like we move to the groove of what you're laying down, right? And
Feel
I think that
feel the beat of the rhythm.
and I think that really was one of the reasons that I was so excited to meet you, is that I'm grateful to you. I'm really grateful for your songs.
Thank you.
I truly am.
Thank you.
They help us. They help us emote. They help us think about things. They help us see ourselves through a different lens. And you know, you're so talented and you're so gifted. I love the fact that you're still writing things.
Yeah.
I want to know.
Like every day. Like I'm gonna go back to work right after I get off of the phone. This call.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, I don't know how I could possibly be inspirational, but I'm gonna just sprinkle some things out there just in case. But do you keep your babies on vinyl? Like, how do you collect them? Are you more of a CD person? You know, what is your collection like of your music?
I mean, right now, I guess it's all kind of computerized, you know. But I use a Walkman to write with a lot of times. So.
Oh, the one like that handheld kind of thing, like the.
Yeah, the Walkman and cassettes, or I use my phone. You know, I know how to visually record myself. I don't know how to do voice note. I can visually record myself writing, so that's what I do. But you know, we keep, you know, when the songs are done, you know, we keep them. You know, they're not on vinyl. They're not, you know, records. Except I did have a record last year. That was really cool. The Cave
Yes,
Sessions.
tell us about that.
That was me being a DJ, like DJ Khaled, but I don't yell my name at on every song at the beginning of every song. But I wanted to do an album that showed, you know, my versatility in all the genres that I write in. So I had everyone from Ty Dolla $ign, you know, and G-Eazy and Santana, to Maren Morris, to Darius Rucker, to Celine Dion, to Luis Fonsi, you know, to you know, so many other, you know, art, to John Batiste and Pentatonics. You know, it was all over the place, and it was great. It was a fun thing to do. Next time I have to learn to get singles rights. Okay, that's hard. You want to put a song out and the label won't give you singles rights.
Oh,
but
that's interesting.
The hard way.
Well, you know what? I was going to say too. Sometimes this show business isn't. You know, it's so complicated. You know.
And it doesn't have to be. You know,
right.
It's all about getting the songs heard. It all helps everybody. If you know, so I just don't think like that.
No, I know that you probably don't. All your songs are they're just great. You know, there's not a wicked one in the bunch. They're all fabulous.
You haven't heard them all. You haven't heard them.
I haven't heard them. Well, you know what? I look forward to knowing you now that we're connected, and I thank all the people that put this in place. When I first found out that you were coming on the show, Diane, I'm not kidding. I ran to the Alexa and I was like, play me this, play me that, play me this. I immersed myself in your words.
Oh, wow.
And it just felt so good. So I'm grateful that you spent this time with us, and I truly
thank you for taking your time to talk to me. Thank you for taking your time to talk to me.
It's just amazing to me. You're welcome. I look forward to knowing you again, and I look forward to celebrating you. And like I said, I was reading all these things, and we couldn't really highlight all of the artists because you've worked with so many, hundreds of songs that you've Billboard charted with. It's just great. So happiness to you, and whatever you're going to write tonight, I'm just sending you good love and good light and good joy. So it was nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Okay,
Great meeting you. Thank you so much.
You too. Happy journey. Be well. Bye-bye.
Believe that you're the queen, you wear the crown. Feel it, take it in and take a bow. Stand up, raise your hands up, yeah. Give yourself some applause, you deserve it. Give yourself some respect, cause you've earned it. Give yourself some love, cause you're worth it. You're worth it, yeah. Show you own it, you're bold, you're bad, you're strong. So give yourself some applause, applause, applause. Give yourself some, pat yourself on the back. Somehow you found the faith to make it through to another day. Times got tough, but somehow you survived. You kept your head high. Give yourself some applause, you deserve it. Give yourself some respect, cause you earned it. Give yourself some love, cause you're worth it. You're worth it, yeah, yeah. Let them know you're